Ever think you're the main character only to find out you're the NPC in her secret side mission? That's me. Blindsided and out of lives. I'm lying here at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling fan that hasn't spun since Obama was president, and my thumbs are tapping out this disaster of a story on my phone because sleep's not happening tonight. Never thought I'd be that guy spilling his guts online like some desperate reality TV reject, but here I am, 47, pissed off and out of whiskey. The bottle's empty on the nightstand, mocking me with its last drop, and I'm too stubborn to get up and find more. My life's a damn mess, and I've got nobody to blame but the woman snoring 2 rooms away, or at least she was until I served her divorce papers last week. Now she's probably crying to her mom about how I'm the bad guy. Typical. Let me paint you the picture real quick before I lose my nerve and delete this whole thing. I'm David, just your average schmuck who spent the last 20 years grinding away at a job that pays the bills but doesn't exactly make me leap out of bed with joy. Married Emily when I was 23, back when I thought love could fix anything. We've got 4 kids, Christy's 22, Jane's 20, Daniel's 19, and Jack's 18, and I'd walk through fire for them even now when everything's falling apart. Emily's from money, the kind of family that owns businesses and throws charity dinners where people clap for overpriced chicken. Me, I grew up with parents who worked doubles at the factory just to keep the lights on. Guess who didn't fit the guest list? I met her in college, sophomore year at some frat party I wasn't even supposed to be at. She was the girl with the Coach bag and perfect highlights, sipping something fruity while I nursed a Bud Light in my thrift store flannel. I made some dumb joke about the keg tasting like dishwater, and she laughed. Actually laughed. Not the polite little giggle you'd expect from someone like her. Next thing I know, we're sneaking out to the fire escape with a 6-pack, talking about how she hated her econ professor and I hated my roommate's socks. I was hooked. Took me 3 weeks to ask her out, mostly because I figured she'd say no once she realized I wasn't driving a BMW. But she said yes, and I spent the next year pinching myself every time she smiled at me. Fast forward 20 years, 4 kids, a mortgage I paid off last summer, and here's the kicker. She cheats on me. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 decades of me busting my ass, coaching Little League, fixing the leaky sink at 2 a.m., and she's sneaking around with some dude who's closer to Jack's age than mine, probably still on his mom's Netflix account, streaming Stranger Things while I'm out here trying to keep the Wi-Fi running for our actual kids. I'm not even mad yet. Not the yelling, plate-mashing kind of mad. It's more like this dull, heavy ache sitting in my chest, waiting to figure out what it wants to be when it grows up. Maybe tomorrow I'll scream. Tonight, I'm just numb, scrolling X for memes to distract myself and ending up typing this instead. Here's where it gets better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. Her family made me sign a prenup before we got married, sat me down in their fancy living room with leather furniture that smelled like money, her dad glaring at me like I was there to rob the silverware, and their lawyer sliding this stack of papers across the table. Protecting the family assets, he said, like I was some con artist twirling a mustache. I signed it without blinking. What was I gonna do, fight for cash I didn't even want? I was a broke college kid with $50 to my name and a dream of marrying the girl I love. Joke's on them, her family's money's long gone now, eaten up by lawsuits and bad investments a decade ago. And that prenup? It's screwing her, not me. No alimony, no handouts. Just half the house when we sell it and good luck paying the HOA fees, babe. I catch myself snorting at that thought, a bitter little laugh that echoes in the dark. Guess I should have seen it coming, right? The whole rich girl slumming it with the regular guy trope, it's practically a rom-com setup, except the credits rolled and I didn't get the happy ending. I built a life with her, brick by brick, and she torched it like it was nothing. 20 years of I love yous, family vacations with sandy flip-flops in the minivan, late nights arguing over whose turn it was to unload the dishwasher, and she trades it for some guy named Ryan. Ryan sounds like the type who owns too many tank tops and calls everyone bro. I don't even know him, but I hate him already. The house is dead quiet now, except for the hum of the fridge downstairs. Kids are all grown, mostly out on their own, except Jack, who's crashing here till college starts. I wonder what he'd say if he knew. Hell, I wonder what they'll all say when this explodes. And it will, because Emily's not going to take those papers lying down. She's already texting me sob stories saying she's sorry. It was one mistake that lasted months apparently, but sure, let's call it that. I haven't replied. What's there to say? Cool, glad you had fun. Hope Ryan's got a spare couch when the house sells. Nah, I'm not that guy. Not yet. I shift in bed, the mattress creaking under me and my phone screen dims like it's tired of my bullshit too. I tap it back to life, squinting at the words I've typed. Maybe I'll delete this tomorrow when I'm less of a wreck. Or maybe I'll hit post and let the internet strangers tell me I'm an idiot for not seeing it sooner. Either way, I can't stop thinking about how we got here. How the girl who laughed at my dumb jokes turned into the woman who lied to my face. It's not just about the cheating, though that's bad enough. It's the prenup, the kids, the whole damn mess of lies I didn't see coming. So let me rewind a bit, take you back to how this train wreck started, because I've got a feeling it's only going to get uglier from here. So here I am, still staring at that damn ceiling fan, the one Emily swore she'd get fixed someday but never did. And I'm thinking about how we even got to this point. How I went from a lovesick kid to a guy typing his divorce story for strangers at 3 a.m. I said I'd rewind, right? Take you back to the start of this mess? Well, buckle up, because it's not all cheating and drama, not yet. It's quieter stuff, the kind you don't notice till it's too late, like a slow leak in the roof that eventually floods the whole damn house. That's my marriage in a nutshell, a leak I didn't spot till the water was up to my neck. Let's go back to the prenup day, because that's where the first crack showed up, even if I was too dumb or too in love to see it. Picture me, 23, skinny and awkward, sitting in her dad's office that smelled like leather and old money. The furniture was so polished I could see my reflection sweating in it, and her dad's glaring at me over his glasses like I'm there to swipe the family jewels. Their lawyer's this slick guy in a suit that probably cost more than my car, droning on about family assets and safeguarding wealth. I'm half listening, mostly trying not to fidget, and I catch Emily's eye across the room. She smiles at me, this little reassuring twitch of her lips like she's saying, "Don't worry, it's just a formality." I signed that thing faster than you can say gold digger, cause what was I gonna fight for, my $12 bank account and a beat-up guitar I couldn't even play? I was broke and head over heels. Her family's cash didn't mean shit to me. I just wanted her. We got married a few months later, nothing fancy, just a backyard thing with folding chairs and a playlist I burned onto a CD. Her mom kept fussing about the lack of a string quartet, but Emily laughed it off, barefoot in her dress, dancing with me to Springsteen under string lights. For a while, it was good, great even. We were young, broke, but happy parents, figuring it out as we went. Christy came first, this tiny screaming bundle that turned me into a softie overnight. I'd pull overtime at the warehouse hauling boxes till my back ached just to keep us afloat. Emily stayed home, rocking Christy in this creaky old chair. Then Jane, Daniel, and Jack followed, one after the other like stair steps. Her family's money kept trickling in, private school tuition, Disney trips where the kids got Mickey ears and I got sunburn chasing them around. I'd shrug it off, cracking a grin over lukewarm coffee. I paid the mortgage. They paid for the overpriced mouse hats. Fair trade, right? But there were these little digs, these red flags I laughed off because I didn't want to rock the boat. Her mom stopped by with gift bags full of designer baby clothes, always with a side of, "How's that little job of yours, David?" Like I was playing pretend at being a provider. Emily'd let slip stuff too, casual as hell, like how her high school boyfriend drove a Porsche and took her to the coast every weekend. I'd smirk, leaning against my '97 Toyota with rust on the hood, and say, "Yeah, I'm a real catch, huh? Got you a six-pack and a mixtape instead?" She'd laugh, punch my arm, and we'd move on. I thought it was just her way of reminiscing, not a sign she was keeping score. Looking back, maybe I should have paid attention, but I was too busy being Prince Charming with a paycheck thinking love and elbow grease could patch any hole. Things held steady for years, messy, loud, but ours. The kids grew up with grass-stained knees and my bad jokes, and I'd come home to Emily sprawled on the couch flipping through magazines while spaghetti boiled over. We'd bicker about dumb stuff, who forgot to take out the trash, why the hell the cable bill spiked again, but it felt normal, you know, like we were a team. Then, about 10 years ago, her family's money dried up. Lawsuits, bad investments, whatever. I didn't ask for details because it wasn't my circus. Her dad's businesses tanked, her mom stopped throwing those fancy dinners, and the checks they'd send Emily every month just stopped. I figured we'd adjust. I was pulling in decent cash by then, enough to keep the lights on and the fridge stocked, but Emily, she didn't adjust. It started small, little sighs while she scrubbed dishes, muttering about how cramped her house felt. I'd catch her staring out the window like she was waiting for a limo to pull up and whisk her back to the good old days. One night, we're sitting on the couch, kids asleep upstairs, and she's flipping through some old photo album from her teenage years. Big hair, bigger houses. She lets out this long, tired breath and says, "This isn't how I grew up, you know." I'm halfway through a beer, feet propped on the coffee table, and I shoot back, "Yeah, well, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon either, but we're fine." She doesn't argue, just closes the album and goes quiet. Too quiet. I should have pushed, asked what was eating her, but I didn't. I grabbed another beer, turned on the TV, and let it slide. Thought it was a phase, like when Jack went through his skateboarding obsession and scratched up the driveway. He'd get over it, right? Wrong. That silence wasn't her getting over it, it was her drifting. I kept working harder, picking up extra shifts, thinking if I could just keep the ship steady, she'd come around. I didn't see it then, but the cracks were there, spider webbing out from that prenup day, from her mom's jabs, from every time she looked at our life and saw less than. And those cracks, they got a hell of a lot wider when I caught her with Ryan. But that's a story for later, because right now, I'm still lying here, phone screen dimming, wondering how I missed the part where my perfect life stopped being perfect. Maybe it never was. I'm still lying here, phone battery down to 8%, and that ceiling fan staring back at me like it's got all the answers I don't. I said those cracks in my marriage got wider, right? Well, they didn't just widen, they blew the hell open. And I'm still picking up the pieces, trying to figure out when I turned into the guy who didn't see it coming. Last chapter I left off with Emily going quiet, drifting away while I kept hauling boxes and cracking beers like nothing was wrong. I thought it was a phase, her sulking about the good old days when her family had cash to burn. Turns out, it wasn't a phase. It was a runway. And she was gearing up to take off with some dude named Ryan. Yeah, we're there now, folks. Buckle up, because this is where it gets real ugly. It started a few months back, subtle stuff I brushed off because I was too damn tired to play detective. Work's been a shit show. Layoffs looming, my boss riding my ass about quotas, and I'm pulling late shifts just to keep my name off the chopping block. I'd stumble home after 10, feet killing me, and Emily sprawled on the couch, phone in hand, no "hey, you're late again," or "dinner's cold, you jerk." Nothing. Just her smirking at the screen, tapping away like she's 16 again. I'd shuffle past, muttering, "What's so funny?" She'd glance up, all casual, and say, "Oh, just a meme Jane sent me." Jane. My ass. I'd nod, too wiped to push it, and head for the fridge. Maybe she's into TikTok now, I told myself. Who knows? Good for her. Looking back, I was a damn idiot. But you don't see the red flags when you're knee-deep in your own crap. Then she started taking that phone everywhere, kitchen, bathroom, even out to water the damn azaleas. One night, I'm in the living room, half watching some rerun of The Office, and she's giggling in the hall, thumbing the screen like it's her new best friend. I lean over the couch, trying to sound chill, and go, "What's got you so chipper?" She jumps a little, shoves the phone in her pocket, and says, "Just Christy, texting about her new job. You know how she is." I squint at her, because Christy's not the texting type. She calls, usually to bitch about her roommates. "Yeah, sure," I say, letting it slide. "Tell her I said hi." She nods, scurries off, and I'm left there, scratching my head, thinking maybe I'm paranoid. 20 years and I'm doubting her over a giggle? Get a grip, Dave. But it didn't stop. She'd jet out for errands at weird times. 7 p.m. for groceries, 9 a.m. on a Saturday for a gift. Jag'd look up from his Xbox one night and go, "Where's Mom off to now?" I'd shrug, tossing him a controller. "Beats me, kid. Probably buying more crap we don't need." He'd laugh. "Yeah, like that juicer she used once." We'd play Call of Duty till midnight and I'd pretend it was fine she wasn't back yet. Deep down, though, it gnawed at me. Little bites at first, then bigger chunks. I'd catch myself staring at the door, wondering why she didn't nag me about work anymore. Should have been a neon sign flashing trouble, but I kept flipping channels, ignoring it. Then came the strip mall. It's a Wednesday, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I get off early. Meeting canceled, boss in a rare good mood. I'm driving home, thinking I'll grab a burger from that greasy joint off Route 12, when I spot our minivan in this half-dead strip mall lot. Dollar Tree, a vape shop, some nail place with chip paint. Emily's in the driver's seat laughing, head tilted back like she's 20 again, and there's this guy next to her. Young, tanned, all teeth and hair gel. Not Jack, not Daniel, not anyone I know. My hands lock on the wheel, knuckles going white, and I just sit there 2 rows back like a dumbass in a bad movie. "What the hell?" I mutter, loud enough that my windows should have fogged up. Part of me wants to ram the car, blast the horn, make a scene. The other part screaming, "Drive off, you don't need this." I don't move for a solid minute, watching her toss her hair, him leaning in. Then I peel out, tires squealing louder than my brain. I don't say a word when I get home. She's not back yet. Shocker. So I crack a beer, pace the kitchen, and tell myself I'm seeing things. Maybe it's her cousin, some old friend, anybody but what my gut's yelling. She rolls in an hour later, all breezy, carrying a Target bag with nothing but a candle in it. "Hey, you're home early," she says, setting it on the counter. I grunt, "Yeah, slow day." She doesn't ask why I'm gripping the bottle like it's a lifeline, just hums and heads upstairs. I wait till the shower's running, then I grab her phone off the charger. Password still the kids' birthdays, guess she didn't think I'd snoop. I scroll, heart hammering, and there it is. Ryan. Texts stacked up like a novel. "Last night was fun. Can't wait to see you. You're the best." A pic pops up, her and this gel-haired prick at a bar, her hand on his arm, smiling like I haven't seen in years. My stomach drops, beer bottle clinking on the counter as I set it down too hard. 20 years and she's giggling like a teenager with this asshole. I don't smash anything, don't yell. I put the phone back, exact same spot, and climb into bed, staring at that damn fan again. She slides in later, hair wet, snoring soft like nothing's wrong. I'm on my side, inches from her, and it's surreal. Her breathing steady while I'm plotting my exit. "Who the hell is Ryan?" I whisper to the dark. But she doesn't stir. I want to shake her awake, demand answers. What's he got that I don't? Protein shakes and skinny jeans? A 6-pack instead of my dad bod? But I don't. I lie there, fists clenched under the pillow, replaying every smirk, every air, and every time I let it slide. I was blind, and it stings like hell, sharp, hot, right in the chest. Next morning, I don't confront her. I grab my coffee, kiss Jack on the head as he shovels cereal, and drive to work. Halfway there, I pull over, call a lawyer from the parking lot of a gas station, voice steady as I say, "I need out." Didn't yell, didn't cry, just did it. That's when shit got real. So I'm still here, phone down to 4% now, and that ceiling fan's just a blurry shadow because my eyes are burning from staring too long. Last time I left off with me calling a lawyer from a gas station lot, voice steady but hands shaking, ready to pull the plug on 20 years with Emily. That was 3 weeks ago, and shit's been a roller coaster since. Up, down, loop the loop, with no barf bag in sight. I thought finding out about Ryan was the worst of it. That gut punch in the strip mall lot when I saw her laughing with him. Turns out that was just the appetizer. The main course, serving her papers, watching her cry, and then getting hit with the kids' reactions. Oh, and a birthday dinner that turned into a damn cage match. Yeah, we're in deep now. The lawyer thing went fast, too fast, maybe. Met her the next day, some sharp woman named Linda with a no-nonsense bob and a handshake that could crush walnuts. She laid it out over coffee in her office, papers spread across the desk like a battle map. "Prenups ironclad," she said, tapping a clause with her pen. "No alimony, no spousal support. She gets half the house sale, that's it." I nodded, sipping burnt coffee, feeling this weird mix of relief and dread. "Good," I muttered. "She doesn't deserve a dime." Linda smirked, like she'd heard that line a million times, and said, "Papers will be ready by Friday, you sure?" I didn't hesitate. "Yeah, server, Friday morning." I'm at work, pretending to care about inventory, when Linda texts, "Done, she's got 'em." I picture Emily opening the envelope, that fake gasp she does when she's caught, and I almost laugh. Almost. She calls me an hour later, voice shaky, sniffling through the line. "David, please. It was one mistake. We can fix this." I'm in the break room, leaning against a vending machine that's been out of Snickers for weeks, and I snap, "One mistake doesn't last months, Em. You don't get to play dumb." She's sobbing now, full-on waterworks. "I'm sorry, I swear. It didn't mean anything." I clench my jaw, kicking the machine, 'cause it's there. Meant enough to sneak around with him. We're done. I hang up, shove my phone in my pocket, and go back to counting boxes, hands trembling, till I clock out. She texts all night, Sorry, please, I love you, but I don't reply. What's there to say? Hope Ryan's got a spare room? The kids find out quick 'cause Emily can't keep her mouth shut. Jack's the first to corner me, stomping into the garage Saturday morning while I'm tinkering with a lawnmower that's been dead since 2019. He's 18, all lanky anger, slamming a socket wrench on the workbench. "Mom's a liar," he says, eyes blazing. "She's crying to me about how you're leaving her broke. Is it true? The divorce?" I wipe grease off my hands, nodding slow. "Yeah, bud, caught her cheating." His face hardens and he mutters, "Good, screw her." He grabs a soda from the mini fridge and storms off, but I catch the hurt in his slump. Jane's next, quiet as always, texting me from her dorm Sunday night. "Dad, you okay?" I tap back. "Hanging in there. You?" She replies, "Yeah. Mom's a mess. Don't want to talk about it." That's Jane. 20 going on 40, dodging the drama. Daniel's trickier. He calls Monday, voice tight, pacing wherever he's at. I hear his sneakers squeaking. "Dad, is there no way to work this out? For us?" He's 19, stuck in the middle, always the peacemaker. I sigh, rubbing my forehead, parked in my truck after work. "Trust's gone, Dan. She's been lying for months. Can't live like that." He's quiet, then says, "I get it. Just sucks. Yeah, I agree. Sucks big time." He hangs up, and I stare at the dashboard, feeling like I've let him down, even though I know I haven't. But Christy? Oh man. Christy guts me. She's 22, my firstborn, the one who used to call me her hero. She shows up Tuesday night, banging on the door till I let her in, eyes red but furious. "You're breaking the family, Dad," she yells, pacing the living room. "Mom messed up, but you're throwing us away." I'm on the couch, beer half empty, and it hits like a freight train. Christy's my girl, always was, I think, and hearing her defend this, that cuts deeper than Ryan's stupid grin. I stand, voice low. "She cheated, Chris. Months. I didn't do this." She shakes her head, tears spilling. "She's sorry. You're just too stubborn." She storms out and I sink back, bottle cold in my hand, gut twisting till it's numb. Then there's Jane's birthday, 20 years old 2 weeks ago, and I wanted it simple, drama-free, pizza, cake, just us at the house. I text everyone, including Emily and Christy, "No divorce talk. For Jane." Nobody replies, which should have been my first clue. They all show up. Jack slouched in a hoodie, Daniel fidgeting, Jane forcing a smile, Christy glued to Emily's side like a bodyguard, Emily's last, waltzing in with this fake glow, hugging Jane too tight. "Happy birthday, sweetie," she coos, loud enough for me to hear. I grit my teeth slicing pizza, keeping it civil. Dinner's tense. Jack's cracking dumb jokes about pineapple on pizza. Daniel's asking Jane about school, but you can feel it, this heavy fog. Then we hit the cake, candles flickering, and Emily raises her glass, voice all syrupy. "Isn't it nice we're together? Family's what matters, right?" I freeze, knife halfway through the cake, blood pounding in my ears. Jack snorts. "Are you serious, Mom?" Emily blinks, innocent. "What? I'm just saying." "Bullshit," he cuts in. "You don't get to play happy family." Christy jumps up, chair scraping. "She's trying, Jack. Dad's the one quitting." I slam the knife down, louder than I mean to. "Enough. This isn't the place." But Jane, quiet, steady Jane, snaps. She slams her fork on the table, voice shaking. "Oh my God, stop it. Christy, you knew about Mom's affair. You covered for her." The room goes dead, like someone sucked the air out. I turn to Christy, slow, stomach dropping again. "What?" She's pale, eyes darting, doesn't say a word. Emily stammers. "Jane, honey, let's not." Jack cuts her off, yelling, "You're unbelievable, both of you." Daniel's just staring, mouth open. I look at Christy, my girl, and rasp, "Is that true?" She won't meet my eyes, just sinks into her chair. Guilty as hell. My head's pounding, chest tight. My own kid, my firstborn, helped her mom stab me in the back. I think and I can't breathe. I don't yell, don't flip the table. I grab my keys, mutter, "We're done here," and walk out. Sit in my truck till the windows fog, fists clenched, replaying it all. I lost my wife, now my daughter. Time to figure out what's left. I'm back on this damn bed, phone at 2% now, and that ceiling fan still mocking me, a silent witness to the train wreck I've been typing out for you strangers. It's been a week since Jane's birthday imploded. since I walked out of that chaos with my keys in hand and my head pounding like a jackhammer. I left off sitting in my truck, fogging up the windows with every ragged breath, reeling from Christy, helping Emily bury that knife in my back. That night broke something, shattered whatever scraps of family I'd been clinging to, but it also flipped a switch. I'm done running in circles, done playing the punching bag. So here's how it's been since, the messy, unglamorous wind down of 20 years, one piece at a time. The days after the blowout, I'm a zombie shuffling through the house. Coffee goes cold in the mug because I keep forgetting to drink it, just staring at the kitchen table where we used to fight over the last slice of pizza. The silence is deafening. Jack's at a buddy's place, the others are off doing their own thing, and it's just me and the ghosts of what used to be. I can still hear Christy's voice. "You're breaking the family, Dad," looping in my skull like a bad song I can't shake. Tuesday morning, I'm sitting there, toast crumbs on my shirt, and I grab my phone. Type out a text to her. "Christy, I love you, but I need space right now." This is not me. My thumb hovers over send, because part of me wants her to run back, say she's sorry, but I hit it anyway. No reply, not a word. It stings, a sharp little jab right under the ribs. But I'm not begging. I set the phone down, sip the cold coffee, and mutter to the empty room, "Ball's in your court, kid." Jack's the first to break the quiet later that day. He stomps in, tossing his backpack by the door, and flops onto the couch next to me while I'm flipping through channels I don't care about. "Mom fucked up, not you," he says, cracking open a Mountain Dew. I glance at him. This kid who's all edges now, but still my little guy who'd beg for piggyback rides. "Yeah, she did," I say, voice rough. "You okay?" He shrugs, takes a swig. "She called me, crying about money. Told her to figure it out. I'm done with her shit." I nod, clapping his shoulder, and we sit there watching some dumb car chase movie till he falls asleep, head tipped back. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, right? I'll take it. Jane swings by Wednesday, no heads up, just shows up with a bag of tacos from that place by her dorm. She's quiet, setting them on the counter. And I'm rinsing dishes, 'cause I've let them pile up. "Thought you might be hungry," she says, voice soft. I dry my hands, grab a plate. "Starving. Thanks, kiddo." We eat standing up, leaning against the fridge, and she doesn't say much till we're done. "I'm sorry about the birthday," she mumbles, picking at a napkin. "Shouldn't have blown up like that." I shake my head, pulling her into a quick hug. "You told the truth, that's what matters." She nods against my shoulder, doesn't cry, just holds on a sec before stepping back. "Love you, Dad. Love you too," I say, and she's out the door, leaving me with half a taco and a flicker of something warm in the mess. Daniel's thawing, slow but sure. He texts Thursday, "Can we grab coffee?" We meet up Friday at this diner off the highway, booths sticky with syrup, and he's fidgeting with a straw wrapper when I slide in across from him. "I talked to Mom," he starts, not looking up. "She's freaking out about the house, the money." I sip my coffee, black and bitter, and shrug. "Not my problem anymore." He nods, slow, then says, "I get why you're doing this. Still hate it, though." I lean back, cracking a half smile. "Yeah, me too, Dan. But I can't stay with someone who'd do that." He looks up, eyes tired. "Jack said Christy knew. That true?" I swallow hard, nod once. "Yeah." He curses under his breath, shakes his head. "That's messed up." We don't say much after that, just sit there till the waitress refills my mug, and he heads out with a quiet, "See ya, Dad." It's not fixed, but it's a start. Emily's still clawing through the lawyers, Linda tells me Saturday. She's panicked, Linda says over the phone, voice dry. Prenup's got her cornered, no cash, no cushion, keeps asking to talk. I'm in the garage sorting tools I haven't touched in years, and I snort. She didn't feel guilty banging Ryan. I don't feel guilty leaving her broke. Linda laughs, short and sharp. Cold but fair. We're moving ahead. Court dates next month. I hang up, toss a rusty wrench into a pile, and feel this weird calm settle in. She made her bed. Hope. Ryan's got a mattress topper. Sunday, I'm boxing up old stuff in the living room 'cause I can't stand looking at it anymore. Photos, knickknacks, all these little anchors to a life that's gone. I find one tucked in a drawer. Me and Christy at her first concert, some pop band she loved at 13. She's grinning. braces glinting, holding my hand 'cause the crowd scared her. I'm smiling too, hair less gray, eyes brighter. I run my thumb over it, chest tight, and whisper, maybe someday, kid. Don't toss it. Slide it into my wallet instead, a quiet hope I don't say out loud. Then I keep going, piling boxes by the door, locking it behind me when I'm done. Life's a shit show, but I've got my coffee and my kids. Well, most of them. That's enough for now. I flop back on the bed, phone dead, and stare at that fan one last time. I don't know if Christy'll come around or if Emily'll figure out how to pay her own bills. Me, I'm done fixing their messes. Jack's snores drift from the couch. Jane's taco bag still on the counter. Daniel's warming up, and I'm here, breathing. One day at a time, folks. That's all I've got left, and I'm hanging on to it with both hands.